Okay, so these are the products that I'm going to be using to create my silicone hand. The silicone, I use that in 25. I wanted to get 10. They were out of 10. They did have 00, but I think that would have made the hand a little bit too flimsy. Those are the colors that I'm going to be using. I just custom made the colors. That's the pigment for the hand. This is the alginate that I'm going to be using as well to actually get the mold of my hand. Along with the alginate came these 2 sheets. And that's the name of the website. I did purchase these items from Techland out here in Houston. And on the sheet is just, it's telling you the amount of products you need to use to get it. I did use a lot of products the first time. Okay, so getting started, you want to get you a bucket. This is the closest thing I could find. I couldn't find anything. This is my sun bucket. But I'm going to use the alginate powder first. And I use 28 ounces of that. We're going to mix that with 14 cups of room temperature water. You want to make sure it's room temperature. I know it seems like a lot. This is my first time making this. And I just want to play it safe. I didn't want to not make enough. So I'd rather have a little bit left over to get this mold just casting off my hand. So you want to go ahead and pour that water in and just start mixing. Okay, so now it's time to pour this mixture into something. I use my spaghetti container. I just found everything around the house. But anyways, I use this to pour the mixture in, and I'm going to submerge my hand in it. I did do this part again only because I forgot that my hand got stuck in here the first time I did it. So I did it again, and the second time I put the Vaseline on my hand, and I submerged my hand into the mixture. I pulled my hand back up, and I put it back in. You want to just make sure your hand is fully coated with the product. So I let my hand sit in here for about 5 minutes, and then me and my fiance tested it to make sure it was setting, and it was. So it sets really fast, like 5 minutes, it's to 10 minutes, you're ready to release it. So I'm going to just start wiggling my hand out of here. And it took a little bit, I would say about a minute or 2 for me to get my hand out, and it came out. Now it's time to mix the silicone. So I'm going to be using part A first, and I use 4 ounces. Again, I use a little bit more, which I could have did like maybe 3 ounces, but I use 4 ounces of the part A, and then I'm going to use 4 ounces of the part B. Okay, so now it's time to add the color. I'm going to add 2 drops of the brown, and I did 2 drops of the tan, and I'm going to go ahead and mix those together. Now when you're doing this, you have to work fast. I was taking my time, mixing it all slow, adding more color to it, adding this. You got to work really fast with this. It was setting on me so quick. You see how thick it is? It was getting so thick, and I had to actually do it again. But it's okay. We live and we learn. And I went on and mixed it. And I poured it into my mold. Okay, so another thing is when you're pouring this into your mold, make sure you're doing it slowly into little streams. You don't want to get any air bubbles in there, so that's going to reduce that. So just make sure you're pouring it very slow. And then, like I said, into little streams. All right, and after this, we're gonna set this aside for like 40 minutes. All right, and that was it. I pulled the hand out after 40 minutes, and this is what I got. I threw some rings on it to make it look more presentable. But I think for my first time hand, it came okay. I did buff the surface on the top. I will show you the back of the hand, how shiny it was when it first came out. All I did was took a hand buffer and just buffed it to get that shine off of it. In the middle of the hands, I do have a little bit of roughness in there. I'm just trying to still figure out how can I fix that. But like I said, I'm gonna still work with this to get better at this, but this is your practice hand. If you don't want to use those other hands and those other nails that pop off when you're trying to use your e-file, this will work really good. And I don't work with it already, and I love it. So I hope that this was very informative for you guys, and I really hope that you really enjoy watching this video, and I thank you.